Hello and welcome back to Rolling Solo. My name is Adam Smith, and today we are following up with the nasty attack of the Masked Hunter against Roland Banks, who currently has 4 damage on him after a massive dynamite blast that we used in the previous episode to put some serious damage on him and not only kill, or I shouldn't say kill him, but put some bad damage on him. But we were able to kill off the Hunting Night Gaunt, which was really, really nice because the combination of the two of them coming at me was just too much. As you can see in the prior episode, I did take quite a bit of damage, almost to the point of Roland dying. So we got a really interesting situation here where I not only have the ability to heal myself, but I do need to attack this guy and get rid of him, either by evading him or something. The knife here would give me the ability to discard the knife. I could throw it at him, essentially, in order to fight him and get an extra damage on top of the 1 damage I would get from getting a success on an attack against him. 2 damage from this knife would go to the 4 here, giving me 6. And 6 is more than enough to kill him based on 4 plus 2 from the card. 2 plus, he gets a bonus of plus 2 health per investigator. So this 4 in the middle ends up being a 6 in this scenario. So we would need a 6 total damage, which this knife could do if we successfully succeed at the check. So that's the plan, that's the hope, that's the dream. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would love it too. The cool thing is when we chuck this knife, we do get plus 2 on our combat check on top of the 4 that Roland already has, so it's a 6. Not a bad number going in. It provides a little bit of security. So what I'm going to end up doing here is moving forward with the Mythos phase, of course, because we're at the very beginning of the Mythos round, and we know we've got to bump up with the Doom token. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Doom token here. This is going to go on the chart next to the agenda here. So we've got 2 on there now. We're going to go ahead and pull our encounter card, which is the Obscuring Fog. We've seen this before. This actually showed up at Miskatonic University. You can see it there in the back. But this time, this one says we attach to your location, and our current location is the St. Mary's Hospital. So the shroud value is going to go up, making it a little tougher to get that clue, which was a little easier at Shroud 2, is now Shroud 4. So that's okay. At least it wasn't an enemy. We've already got our hands full with this guy. So now what's going to happen is it's going to come back to the investigator phase, and we get 3 actions. Well, of course, I'm going to attack this guy, and I'm going to risk it. I'm going to discard my knife to fight to get a plus 2 for this attack, and the attack deals 1 extra damage. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take this card and discard it. I'm using it as its action here specifies. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to reach in the bag here, and we are going to pull something, and hopefully this is going to work out. I got a -1. That's good. That's all I needed. So perfect. By discarding the knife, we have got enough with our 6. -1 is 5, which is higher than the 4 on him. The knife added an extra damage. That is enough, guys. We have killed the Masked Hunter. That's awesome. So this guy is now dead. He is added to our victory display. And the cool thing is that he's actually listed as a cultist as well. So he's one of the cultists we needed. And I remember reading something about the scenario up top here said before that not all cultists are going to come from these scenario cards over here. So we must have gotten one of them, obviously, that came from nothing, that really didn't have anything to do with the that particular scenario card deck. Because the norm for pulling cultists in this particular Arkham setup is essentially by paying 2 clues at any point in time, and then a card reveals from the scenario card. But that one came from as a result of a flip from an agenda. Very, very cool. Now the even cooler thing is we still have 2 actions in our round here, so we have to decide how best to use these 2 actions, because we know that Roland's still hurting after all this battling he just did. He was very, very successful in what he did, but he's hurt in unit. Now we do have the first aid, and we have 2 resources left, so we could spend 1 from the supply, which is essentially we could spend both, which would use 2 actions, and we could heal Roland for 2 health, which is probably the most, probably the smartest idea, because we just need to get him healthy again to be able to take a hit in case he happens to run into a monster again. So I'm going to spend both of my actions in order to use up all of the first aid in order to heal Roland Banks 2 damage, to get him a little bit healthier, just so he's not on the bleeding edge of death. And I also don't want to lose these cards either. So that is my turn. That is the end. And now the enemies with the Hunter keyword are going to move. But the great thing is we've killed off every enemy in the game, so we don't have that. Enemy phase doesn't exist. Upkeep wise, nothing to worry about in terms of exhaustion or in terms of cards. Nothing's been avoided or evaded or anything like that. We gain a card and we gain a resource. So I'll get another resource here. So we have 2 to play with. What are we going to get for a card? That's what I'm curious about. We got Deduction. It says if the skill test is successful while investigating a location, discover 1 additional clue. that's not bad if we have more than one clue, but not much of the... It's not really the case right now at the St. Mary's Hospital. So it does give us a boost here in our intellect if we need it for later. That's always good. We got a few of those, actually. Got quite a few in terms of the skill and event asset type cards. Kind of would like another weapon, to be honest, now that I chucked my knife away. So that's that. And of course, we do not have 8 cards in play. We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're golden there, and we're ready to go into the next round. So what do we do for the next round? Well, we place our Doom, because as always, the Doom track is ever ticking down on us. We're down to 3, and we pull an encounter card. So please don't be any more enemies, because I'm already suffering enough. And it is. Okay. Oh, but it's another cultist. Hey, that's not bad. The Wizard of the Order. Spawn at any empty location. Interesting. Okay, so at any empty location. All right, so now this guy, not that hard hard, I don't know. Not too bad in terms of only having 2. That's doable. I think we should be able to get this guy. It only hits me for 1. It has retaliate though. That's nasty. So at the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 Doom. Oh, nasty. So this is going to be one of those situations where we really want to get rid of this wizard, because this is going to essentially just start loading up with Doom tokens, which is not good. And I believe this game, or at least this scenario, has an effect that can really mess with us. So we get to put this at an empty location being anything that's like unlocked. So we could go somewhere like Rivertown, your house, or Miskatonic University. We cannot put it at St. Mary's Hospital because I'm currently there. So what do we want to do? So we know that St. Mary's connects to the south side, but I haven't actually gone there yet. It might make sense to... let me think here. If I go... Does this connect back to... No, it doesn't. Okay, so triangle. Oh, man. How's that going to work? Now, if I go here to the south side next, it does connect back to my house. I can go from the south side, has an O, or... Oh, no, it doesn't connect to my house. It connects to Rivertown. So I could put the Wizard of the Order in Rivertown, which might make the most sense because I can get there. It's kind of far away, but I think that makes the most sense to me. I could also go through Miskatonic University, though, too. So that's not bad. Yeah, that's okay, actually. Miskatonic University is okay because I'm connected. It's just one less. It's a little closer, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to put the Wizard of the Order there, so he's close by to me because, if I remember correctly, this one here being the gold or the green diamond, it is connected to St. Mary's, so I can just jump back here and go after if I want to. There's no hunter keyword on the Wizard of the Order, so I can actually take my time and go in there when I feel like it. So that's that. That is the... okay, so I pulled... Each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. I did that. Then it also says forced at the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 Doom on the Wizard of the Order. So I'd assume that because we're at the end of the Mythos phase right now, that this Wizard of the Order would actually get a Doom token. So I'll put this Doom token right there underneath. That's kind of nasty. And then we get to do our investigation of taking 3 actions. So this is where things get kind of weird because I'm like, do I go over there? Yeah, it's a cultist. Yes, I want it, but I need to get 2 damage on him to kill it. I don't want him to fester there and continue to get Doom tokens. That's bad, but I also don't need to have Roland take any more damage because that's bad. I do have the ability to evade, though, so I could try to evade. What do I do? Now, the other thing I could do is I have this card here that says Working a Hunch. I could play... When you play a fast card, you don't have to pay... Play only during your turn. Discover 1 clue. Yeah, I still have to pay the asset cost of 2. It's fast, which means I'd be able to work a hunch and use the resources in order to get the clue, but it wouldn't cost me an action. That's kind of handy. I do have 2 resources that I can use to spend to do that. Is that the right move, though? That's the question. Should I be going after clues, or should I just be going directly after this silly individual who's now shown up to mess with me. Now we know with a fast card, at least in terms of that particular card, does not cost an action to be played and is not played using the play action. A fast event card may be played from a player's hand any time as its play instructions specify. If the instructions specify when, after a timing point, the card may be played as if described. Timing point where trigger condition of a playing card. Well, that's confusing as heck. Fast card does not cost an action to be played. It is not played. Yeah, so it's like, that's pretty cool. Fast card, like I can spend resources just to get, like it doesn't even cost me an action. I just got to spend resources to do it. That might be worth it. If it doesn't cost me anything, it gives me a clue, which isn't bad. So maybe I go for that. So let's do working hunch. Let's do working a hunch. I'm going to play this as a fast card. I'm going to pay its asset cost of 2 resources. So this card is discarded. It says play only during your turn, discover 1 clue. So this is going to allow me to discover the clue that's at my location. So bam, we've got that. Even though the obscure fog was here, which just boosts the shroud value. And it does say too, after attached location is successfully investigated, discard the obscuring fog. So technically, based on it's successfully investigated. This was just saying, this doesn't say that I successfully investigated. It just says discover 1 clue at your location. So this will go back. I was able to get the clue from that location, but the fog is still there because I never investigated in order to get past the shroud value to lose that card. So it should stay. It stays in effect. Okay, so that's my first action, but it didn't cost an action because it was a fast card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, should I move into the Wizard of Order and just start attacking her like crazy? That would be fun. Risky. Yeah, let's do it. Moving. So I'm moving over to the Miskatonic University, where the Wizard of Order. So the Wizard of Order now technically is engaged with me. So I'll put the card here. So now I'm going to go ahead. Now this character is engaged with me. I'm going to engage with him. And I'm going to attack him. I need to get a 4 or higher. My attack is a 4. I do not have anything that can boost this, so this is really a crapshoot. I genuinely don't know what's going to happen here, so I'll just kind of move the tokens around the bag a little bit and hoping for the best. Skull, that's good. Oh, no, it's not. X is the highest number of doom. X is the highest number of doom on a cultist enemy in play. Oh gosh. So the cultist that I'm actually attacking has 1, and because of that 1, it becomes a -1, which means that's a 3 check on a 4, which means I failed. Okay, that's too bad. So then the next thing is that I have to evade. I'm going to try to evade him now. So in order to evade, I'm going to add my barricade. This is going to give me a modification to my check. I have a 2 plus this evade right here I'm discarding. It gives me a 3. I'm going to try to evade this Wizard of Order so that he can't hit me for the 1 damage. Because I just don't want to be hit by him because Roland already has enough damage on him as it is. And I got the stone door thing. -3. Oh my gosh. If you fail, place 1 of your clues on your location. Oh my dear. So that couldn't have gotten any worse. So essentially I lose this clue. It drops in the Miskatonic University, which is the worst location for it to drop, like under the sun, because now that they're all locked up with the locked doors and everything else, there's no way I'm going to get through all that. That's really nasty. And then on top of it, I failed my check to evade him, so he's still engaged with me. Oh my gosh. So I am going to get hit by him, which sucks. So I probably should have just tried to attack him, but I would have failed anyway. So being that that's the end of the investigation phase, we'll go ahead with the enemies with the hunter keyword moving. No need. I am engaged. There are no other enemies. Each engaged enemy attacks, so I'm going to take a damage. I have no other way to do it. Yes, I could throw a damage on on the professor to not kill him off. Should I do that? I don't know. Debatable. Now, just so you guys are aware, when I went ahead and I actually was in St. Mary's University and I used the fast card here, which allowed me to discover a clue at my location. That wasn't investigating. So this thing says after you successfully investigate, gain 1 resource. I don't get that ability because I never actually chose to investigate as an action. Fast card works differently than that. Question now is, do I lose this guy? Do I put this 1 damage on him and lose this card, or do I put it on Roland and keep this card? Hey, it's tough. It's tough. I think I should put on Roland. I think I should hold on to my cards as long as I can. I'll do that. So I get hit by him, and then that's essentially the end of their turn. So now we're gonna ready all exhausted cards. No need, and I get to draw a card. Hopefully, it's something useful. I got the B cop. That's good. So that's something I need right now. I can discard the B cop, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Hey, that's not bad. It's a really heavy resource card, though. It needs 4 in order to play him. Now I get 1 resource right now, so that's, you know, somewhat good. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay, I can deal with that. So, and then of course 8 cards. I have, my hand is under 8, so I'm okay there. We can move into the Mythos phase right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and place another Doom on the agenda. Yikes! So now we're ticking up to, what are we at now? 4. Okay, so we're halfway through, and then we're going to go ahead and pull the top card of the encounter deck to see what nastiness comes at us now. Oh, gross. So we got an Acolyte. Spawn at any empty location. After Acolyte enters play, place 1 Doom on it. Ugh, okay. From the Miskatonic University, it might make sense for me to drop this guy on Rivertown, just because it's a central location that I can move to at any point in time from almost any card, or anywhere, essentially. And I also, when he drops into play, I have to place a Doom on it. So there's a 1 Doom on this guy here. It says after, yeah, so he can have 1 Doom on him. Yeah, he's not that bad though. I should be able to take him out. I gotta work on killing him off. So nasty. Geez, there's guys everywhere in this game in terms of these cultists are nasty. Okay, so he's in play now. He came out as a result of now he's not connected to me in any way or engaged with me, so that's good. But now that is the end of the Mythos phase, and it says force at the end of the Mythos phase, place 1 Doom on the Wizard of Order. So the Wizard of Order now has another Doom. So that was the 1 Doom that was already on him from the last round. Now he has 2. So he's going up, which is making my life more miserable. And that's essentially it. We get our 3 actions. So what are we going to do? We got to attack this guy. We got to kill this guy off. I do have the Beat Cop, which would be handy, give me a boost. I need 4 assets to get that. It's kind of risky. I could go to try to just hit him. Man, this is tough. It's a tough game one thing I could do is I could use my emergency cash to get 3 resources, then put the Beat Cop into play, but then it's like I can only discard the Beat Cop to deal a damage to him. Yay, that's good, but then it doesn't really do much. Although he can take more damage than this Mylan Christopher guy in terms of taking a hit. So, but maybe I should wait on him. Oh, this is tough. Okay, what am I going to do here? I got to do some attacks. So I'm going to spend my turn making multiple attacks because I'm probably going to fail. I'm hoping 2 out of 3 times I can be successful because that's all I need in order to kill this silly wizard. So here we go. It's a 4 attack, a base level attack against him. I don't have anything. I could use the B-Comp to boost one of my attacks though. That's what I could do. So maybe if I get 1, then I'll boost it if I really want to push my luck. I don't like giving away a nice ally like that, but Skull, that's not good. X is the highest number of Doom on a cultist enemy in play. Cultist enemy in play is 2, so there's no, that check failed, so that's bad. So there's my first kind of fail for a check, and now we're going to go for the second one. The door, -3. If you fail, place 1 of your clues on a locate. Geez, so there's a second fail. So this is where I have to decide. I failed on both attempts to get this guy, so now it's like, do I evade him? Oh man, that went south quick. Do I evade him? I hate this. I hate the avoiding. I hate the evading. Okay, let's try to evade him. Oh, this is so annoying. I was hoping to get at least one hit on him there. It's so tough. Please, please, please let me evade him. And -3, that's not an evading. Okay, well, that didn't, nothing about that worked. All 3 of those checks failed horribly. So, with that in mind, the investigator phase is over. Roland Banks' turn is done. The enemies with the hunter keyword are going to move. This one does not have the hunter keyword. This one does not either, but he's engaged with me, so he will attack me for the 1 damage. Roland has to take this damage, or I have to drop it on Mylan Christopher. I'm going to drop it on him. I really don't want to. Yeah. No. Oh, this is brutal. I'll put it on Roland. This is really, really rough, though. He could be in some serious trouble here. I'm really kind of capping him by doing this. Should I kill him off or not? That is the question, my friends. I'm very tempted. I'm very, very, very tempted. No, I gotta keep him. I gotta keep him for now. Oh, man. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't know if I'm happy with that, but I'm leaving it like that for now. Okay, so I've taken the damage from him, so that is all done. Everybody's, for the upkeep phase, we just have to draw a card and grab a resource. So there we go, manual dexterity. Hey, we got some evasion, that's good for max 1 committed per skill test, and if this test successful, draw a card, that's nice. We can use that to evade him in the next turn, which is good. I also get a resource, which is nice. To allow me to potentially buy something or get something. And that is it, friends. That is all. My hand size is still 6, so nothing there. That is the end of this round. I just knocked over a whole bunch of stuff. But yes, that's the end. I think we got quite a bit accomplished here, although I should say we're in quite a little bit of trouble here with how things have currently panned out. So I hope you guys are enjoying my thrashing around and trying to survive this particular scenario. But we have gotten 2 cultists so far, but we are on the brink here. I'm going to probably have to start losing some of these asset cards, and that's going to be kind of painful to do. But this guy has got to die. We've got to get rid of him. His upping of this Doom token stuff on him is making things real nasty. So we are going to have to work extra hard in the next video to kill him off. So, if you want, please join me in the next video as I attempt to pull tokens from the Chaos Bag much more effectively and hope to kill him. So, hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, hit the like button, let me know. If you have any feedback about what I should do next, please let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. And as always, keep on rolling solo.